It's Tuesday, innit? Time for final stream of Ace Attorney. Maybe. Oh, hi alias, welcome to stream. How are you today? It's Tuesday, innit? Welcome. Let's close this case, shall we? Now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the result of the test we had performed earlier. Tests. Yes, test on the bloody dagger that was found stuck in the pine tree. Oh yeah, that. Just I forgot about it. I'm horribly tired, hungry AF, so kinda business as usual. Why? Usually you wake up just before I start stream, so... Have you not slept yet? Also, Beaver, hi, welcome to stream. How are you today? It's just a unit. I'm doing okay. There's been like... I pretty much had almost nothing to do at work today, cause the truck drivers and boat unloaders, loaders strike thing. It's like nothing gets here, so there's nothing to deliver. But yeah, it was easy work day, and I had speech therapy again today. So yeah. Feeling Friday as always. How was your weekend? My weekend was fine. It was fine. Speaking of weekend, we had D&D session and I almost died. Straight away. But yeah. Okay, listen. I would have survived it, but the DM was merciful. But because first I didn't remember my passive, or like I had the skill. But basically I was like walking this corridor. There was like perception checks, and we all failed except one. And while the DM was talking about like what the one person saw, I was walking in the map, and then it was like, stop, you fall in the pit, no saving throw or anything, you just throw in the pit, and 26 damage at level 1. Ooh, and my max HP was 8. But DM was merciful, it was changed to 10. But I would have survived it anyways, cause I had skill called Natural Grace, cause I'm Neko person. But I still would have like gone unconscious. So basically, yeah, it was not a fun start. And Darling, welcome to stream. First time she plays her character is like a tank, like frontline cleric, and she gets possessed by a child, ghost of child, so she is scared even of her own shadow. So it was interesting. Oh yeah, tomorrow is gonna be next session of that actually. You say that anyways, you know. But yeah, that's the weapon that Maya Fey used when she fought with the victim. No, I was not afraid of my own shadow. So what are the results? Was it victim's blood or... Due to time constraints, food test wasn't possible, however, there's one thing we can say was certain. The blood on the stacker was not victim's blood. That is all. Now then, let's restart this trial. What is this? I'm sure both the defense and prosecution know this, but the trial is rapidly coming to close. Both sides will need to show some firm evidence with their claims. I understand, Your Honor. From what I heard, the witness is dangerously weak, physically speaking. So let's finish this quickly. Agreed. Very well, please bring in the last witness. Hi Maya, been a while. Witness, please tell us your name and profession. Maya Fey. My profession is I'm the assistant manager at Fright and Co. Law Offices. Maya. Well, Beaver, you don't have to watch if you don't like it. According to the magazine I have here, your spirit medium of current channeling technique. I'm frightened. The fake clan. I don't want any more to do with it. Oh Maya. The pain in fake bloodline causes must be unbearable. You would never listen to me anyways. Very well. Now then, Miss Faye. When the event occurred, you were in Garden of Inner Temple. And you witnessed the moment of Eddie's Texnin's murder. Is this correct? I didn't see it. Straighten up this instant, young lady. Huh? Pick your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying later. Bye. Your mother was killed right in front of your eyes. There's nothing you can do to change that fact. But there's something you can do. You can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing, right? You've seen the witness come out, and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony. On the night of the murder, what exactly did you see happen? Witness, if you please. Yes, Your Honor. I was passing through the garden on the way to a spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against the stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me." Then something warm splashed over me. That's when I lost consciousness. So you were stuck on a head. I suppose it must have been this stuff. Maya, the person who hit you. It was Dahlia Hatron, wasn't it? I'm sorry, Nick. I just couldn't see. I don't know who it was. I once again, I simply cannot imagine, like, how can you hate Maya so much? it doesn't make any sense. Think I sorry Nick, but I really couldn't. Huh. I'd say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone. It seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Fright. Cross-examination. Whereas was on the inner temple side on that night. Well, she's the bikini of course, but I remember her saying that Iris would be coming later as well. On the day after the incident, Edgeworth met Bikini Hazakura. Yeah. So then, did Iris actually come later like she said? Well, let me think. She seems confused. No. I'm sure I didn't see her. She must have come while I was preparing for the training. Who did it? Who hit you? Ah, well. I didn't see who it was. I was hit from behind. Didn't see the person? But after that, your attacker was in front of you. How could you not see who it was? Oh, let me think for a sec. I'm sorry, I just can't remember. Just hurry. Come on, Maya. This isn't making sense. Why didn't you see this person? Well, let me think. It was, oh yeah, that's right. It was dark, that's it. Why does it feel like Maya is hiding something? It was dark. It's not good to have too much light around when someone is undergoing spiritual training. Come to think of it, there was an earlier testimony to that effect as well. So it was dark in the garden on the night of the crime. Guess no. Judging by the testimony thus far, the identity of the attacker was most likely the spirit that was channeled by Ellie's text name Talia Hatron. Very well, please continue with your testimony. What happened after you were struck on the head? What happened afterwards? My attacker was in front of me, blocking off my escape. I think. You think? Maybe. After getting hit like that, I was in a state of panic. There was only two things rolling around in my mind at the time. Well now, this is beginning to get interesting. So what were those two things? My name is Maya Fey. 1 + 1 = 2. You see, for some crazy reason, I was afraid I was going to lose my memory. I know it's odd considering my life was in danger, but that's how it was. Why did she feel scared of that? That's not odd at all. Your actions are understandable given the circumstances. What did you do then? You think you screamed? You're not sure. Listen, I was complete freak. It was dark, I couldn't see my attacker. Was it a man, a woman, an adult, a child? I had no idea. I was scared out of my wits. Please, my dear, I'm certain I would have soiled my robes. Kebab, enjoy! I thought this person might attack me, so I... Anyway, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I thought that it was my last hope. But I wonder what she meant by last hope. Wait a minute, Maya. What's this my last hope stuff? What? What do you mean by your last hope? No. That's what you said. You said my last hope. Huh? What? I said what? Look. Hi, welcome to stream. How are you today? It's sustaining. Look, you were facing a attacker that you couldn't see and you screamed, right? You screamed, help me. Yeah. But you testified that screamed that because you thought it was your last hope. Oh, well, you know, that's like... What do you call it when that happens? Yeah, I'm okay too. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now. I was facing my attacker, but that's not who I was screaming at. What did you say? Yeah, that's right. It was a person behind my attacker that I was yelling at. That's who I screamed for help. Ah. What is it now? I messed up. I didn't mean to let that slip out. Huh? Witness, are you absolutely sure that's what you're saying? Behind the attacker there was another person. I meant to keep that part secret. Maya did an oopsie! Yeah. What have I done? It takes ton of pressure to make a diamond. That's what I always say. Ton of pressure. Where's your cup of coffee, huh? You're in court of law here. You can make things up or try to hide things in this chamber. Witness, the information you just presented is vital to the case. I want you to add it to your testimony. Okay, this is interesting. I could see a man behind my attacker by the light of stone lantern. How can you tell it was a man if you can't even tell that your attacker was man or woman or child or adult? But you see a person behind it. Yep, that's a man. A man? Who was this man? Well, you see, I couldn't see. Couldn't see. Well, you know, lantern light isn't very bright. But the lantern was not lit. There's a great big stone lantern in the garden. They always light it when a acolyte is there for training. Hey, you know what they say, under the lantern, darkness reigns. So I could see a person that was further away, but not my attacker who was closer. Plus there weren't any other light sources in the garden at the time. Can I just present it, by the way? Is it here? Yep. Let's just get it over. So there was a man standing behind your attacker. Yeah. That man. He's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed Elise Chan. Otherwise known as Misty Faye, your mother. The killer. Maya. You know who killed your mother, don't you? What is the meaning of this rhyme? The killer! Oh, you guys were so salty when I was doing the killer thing. In that case, it was glorious. To be frank, Yana, I think she is in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed a huge problem with her testimony. Huh? What do you mean? What? That's now how you were doing it. Yeah, I just did it. Tequila. But I was tequila. Or something like that. I don't exactly remember how did I pronounce it. But that's not how you were doing it. Wasn't I doing tequila? Why do I have that memory? But then again, you know, my memory is what it is. Anyway, what do you mean? Maya, on the night of the crime, that stone lantern was out of commission. Very loud and very annoying. Yeah. Yeah. What? It's true. There was no light anywhere in the garden that night. Now. Order in the car. Gotta explain this. Taste the coffee. Add the pureness of milk to perfect clear darkness of coffee. Stir. At this state of weakness mind right now. Cup of coffee or lime? Or lime? Coffee au lait? Is that even legal? I guess so. Mr. Dried words are the milk and you are the spoon. You are not. And the spoon? I'm no spoony part, I have, you know. You must have noticed it too, right? This weakness mental state is highly unstable right now. I actually have watched that movie. I actually have watched it, if you can believe it. It's not hard to understand why he would make a little mistake like that. Sorry, but that's not going to carry. What did you say? If there truly was no light in the garden, then there's a fatal contradiction in the witness's last bit of testimony. Nick, may I? Recall the witness statement about her attacker. Hans Landau orders a glass of milk. Inferior to light. Oh, well, you see, the version I watched didn't have subtitles, so all the German part went like whoosh over my head. It was half of the movie, let's be honest. She said that she didn't know if it was man or woman, an adult or a child. Anything that wasn't English! And yet, the witness could describe a person that was standing behind her attacker. She quite clearly described him as a man. Or, in other words, that would have meant that Maya actually saw our mystery person, despite it being so dark that she couldn't see the face of her own attacker. No. Order. What in the world does this all mean, Mr. Friend? Were you saying Miss Faye saw the real killer under pitch black conditions?
Objection!
Right. Do you have any idea what you're proposing? How could she have seen in the dark? There was no light source at the scene.
Objection!
There are some things that you can only see in the dark, Mr. Godot. Maya, you did see who killer was in the dark. And now, you're trying to cover for him. Cover? For the man that killed her mother? There's only one conclusion I can draw from this. You know who this man is. Please, Nick. I don't know anything. Please, I'm begging you. Huh. You thought good game, right? But let's see if you can walk the walk. It was pitch black, so what could the witness see? I'm calling your bluff. No, Nick, don't. Please stop. Yamero! Maya is dead set on protecting the sky. The man who murdered Maya's long-lost mother. But I can't let him get away with it. I'm a lawyer, an officer of court. I'm here to find the truth. Alright, Mr. Fry, time to show some confidence. What you got? Who was this person you say Miss Faye saw in the darkness? Person. Well, my only suspect is Scott. How the fuck I prove it though? I have no idea, but it's asking for a person. Let's see what happens. Music stopped. Larry, yeah. It was clearly Larry. Because it was pitch black. Miss Faye was able to recognize the killer easily. And the court would like to see for itself how this is possible, yes? What? But how do you propose to show us something like that? It's easy. We just need to recreate the conditions of that light. Conditions? Or night, I mean. Your Honor, the defense official request that all lights in this courtroom be turned off. Da-da-da. This, but it can't be. Huh. That was a nice bit of deduction trade. Well, everyone, this is the man Maya saw on the night of the murder. Order, order, order. Prosecutor Corot, what is the meaning of this? You were a little off, okay? Surely you must be shocked to hear yourself accused of such a thing. Why aren't you denying it? Huh. Your Honor, you're asking the wrong person. Oh, what do you mean by that? If you got a question, ask the witness. That's one of my rules. Well, Maya, how about it? What you saw that night? Was 3 glowing red lights? Well, witness, answer the question. You're wrong. I never saw that. Maya? I thought the person that stabbed my mother was a man. For a totally different reason. What? Witness, Mr. Fright, what the? Stop your chattering, Your Honor. Chattering? Look how shocked he is. It's worth asking. Ask the witness. That's one of my rules. Alright. Well then, let's continue with the testimony. Please tell us how you knew the killer was a man. Yes, Your Honor. I didn't realize it up until after I woke up, but... The killer! When I came to, I was just laying there on the trading hall floor. By the time I got back to the garden, the place had totally changed. Torches were lit and the body was gone. Now the snow around the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up too. Since the person did all that work alone, I just assumed it was a man. So it was after the crime took place that the witness came to think the killer was a man. Yes, that's right. I'm sorry, Anna, I need to apologize. It was, as Mr. Corot said, you're utterly exhausted. It's only natural that you would be a little confused. So, if you consider the situation described, it doesn't seem too much of a stretch to assume Kirby was a man. Well, when was this, like, the original game released? I think assuming was still a thing back then. Mr. Fright, proceed with the cross-examination. You lost consciousness when you were in the garden, is that right? Yes, I think. It happened when the victim was dead. So then the person that carried you into Inner Temple, it could only be the killer. That's what I think too. So the killer carried Maya into Inner Temple. That's true, the killer must have done it, right? Yes, I think so. But why would the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? There must have been something that the killer desperately wanted to hide. I don't know. She doesn't have enough confidence. Torch is valid? Yes, that's how I noticed the whole scene had changed. The killer probably then, since it'd be impossible to do any cover-up work in the dark. However, is that true? If that's true, then only there's one thing that still bothers me. Why did the killer go to the effort of moving the body? That's true. It's hard to see how that would be an advantage to killer. The only one who would gain anything from that would be the only person that was at the inner temple, Maya. Very well, let me hear some more about the condition of the crime scene. So you're saying the killer cleaned up the snow. The snow was removed in an unnatural looking rectangular shape around the lantern. There were a lot of shovels around the inner temple, but they're all really heavy, way too heavy for me to use. An odd fellow indeed, this killer. Why on earth would anyone want to take snow away? Well, there's one thing I can think of. Didn't you say that a lot of victims' blood sprayed on the snow? Yeah. The area I collapsed in ended up being splattered. In other words, killer's purpose was to hide the bloody snow. I think that's the most reasonable explanation. Perhaps. However, there's something that's bothering me. If the killer just wanted to hide the snow with blood on it, then there was no need to remove that amount. Because Korot cannot see red. So he had to take extra much. That's true. He could have scooped up just the snow that was stained with blood. It looks like there are some mysteries behind this issue, but I think this will help explain them. So you're saying that you never saw the killer, right? Yes. But earlier you very clearly stated that you saw a man behind your attacker. Nick, I'm sorry. The killer certainly went through a lot of trouble, moving the body by pendulum, manipulating the crime scene, but for what purpose? Why do all that? Also, by the way, Beaver, you're up. Since we have the edgy boy, like smart brain, why don't we have Chief about this? And yes, it should be my job, but I'm too lazy, so Beaver, you're up. Chief. Chief. No, don't make fun of me. Maybe Maya knows more than she's letting on. Was it this one? The truth is, when I saw the crime scene, I felt something. You did? Yes. I felt like the killer was hiding the evidence from me, for my sake. hiding it for you? Everyone knew that I was the only one at the inner temple that night. If just the bikini had come back and looked at the garden, she may have thought that you had done it. Also, alias, you saying that? I'm subscribed, but I'm almost saying that you waste your money anyways. So, you never listen to me. But if you unsubscribe, that means you will be doing what I tell you to do, which is not waste your money by subscribing to the stream. Well, I don't know how it's supposed to. In Finland we say like GIF. That might be wrong too. She may have thought that you had done it. No, she definitely would have thought so. And you're saying that's why the killer cleaned up the crime scene to make it look like nothing had happened? Yes, I'm sure of it. But that's certainly an important piece of information. I want you to add that to your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. Did it for your sake? Well, if the body and the blood hadn't been removed, I would have immediately been crime suspect, right? Yes, I suppose that's true. If that happened, the body would have caused some other problems too. If her real identity had come right then, it would have been terrible. Master of crime killed by own daughter. I don't think Maya would have been able to handle it. But still, it's rather difficult to fathom the killer's motives. What reason is there to go through that much trouble to protect you? Put some confidence. Because I don't know. Okay, Korot had crush on Mia. That much we know. And Mia's little sister is Maya. So maybe Korot tried to protect Maya. But why was Korot there in the first place? This is something I don't get it. Why was he at the temple? Also, I don't know what I'm supposed to. Oh, that's why the killer didn't see this one either, even though it's red, because it's red. Wait, that's it, in the snow, because he cannot see red. Okay, so Maybe I saw this again cause it has the Maya. Yep. The body of Elise Deoxnim was carried all the way to Hasakuran Temple's courtyard. Then, at the garden, the scene of the crime, the snow that we suspect was covered in blood was scooped up and removed. It's reasonable to believe all this effort was done in an attempt to hide the true crime scene. However, there's one matter that seems somewhat odd. Oh, and what would that be? You must have figured it out by now, Mr. Carroll. It's the message written in blood on the lantern. It was written very clearly on the white stone lantern. Maya. Ah. If the killer was so motivated to protect Maya from suspicion, then why didn't they wipe the writing off the lantern? You're right. Order. But, Mr. Fry, isn't it a fact that the killer was trying to cover up the crime scene? Indeed, but it doesn't make much sense to move the body and remove the bloody snow, and then not wipe off the most incriminating thing of all, the bloody writing.
Objection!
But if that's the case, do you have the explanation for killer's mysterious behavior? I do! Why would this killer move the body and remove all the snow, but then leave bloody writing on the lantern? But in fact the killer left the front. Must be reason. Matter of fact, let's see your opinion. Why did the killer leave the message written on blood lantern? They didn't notice it. Prosecutor Carter, earlier in this trial, you gave me some good advice. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Maybe not as dumb as I thought. The regular wanted to disguise the fact that the crime had occurred there. If that's the case, they wouldn't have left the bloody writing on the stone lantern on purpose. Therefore, it must mean that they didn't notice it. But that doesn't make any sense. The torches were all lit and everything. There's no way any normal person would miss something as glaring as that. You're right. There's no way any normal person would. What are you saying, Fred? There's only one person involved in this incident who could have missed seeing the bloody writing altogether. And who would that be? Koro-chan! Mr. Koro, this is what you said yesterday. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. You can't see everything? Is that correct? This lantern was submitted as evidence today. I would like the court to think back the moment it was first presented. This lantern. There's something written on it. Oh, it's written in blood. Nonsense. This lantern. It's clean as a whistle. Mr. Carrot, just admit it. There are certain colors you can't see, correct? You can't see red on a white background, can you? That's right. We went through this once before, when the poisoning case at 3 p.m. This is the apron that the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time, and somehow spilled coffee on it. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Carl. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about bloodstain. You could see the coffee on the white apron, but we couldn't see the ketchup, because it was red. Da-da-da. Huh. It's strange. In a black and white photo, these letters would have appeared black to me. I wonder, why am I the only one who can't see them? So then, Mr. Corot, are you admitting it? Oh no, it's there again. The same word. Copy pasta from last time. That you can see the red writing on the lantern. Hey, Gramps. Didn't you know? That's the reason why I don't drink red tea. I wasn't sure about it until now, but I just can't believe it. Prisoner Corot is the murderer. But there's no going back now. I finally figured out the truth. Mr. Corot, the defense at this time formally accuses you. You are the murderer of Elise Deoxnin, also known as Miss Misty Fate. It's hard to believe this may be true, however. Once again, Mr. Fright has brought up disquieting fact about you. Huh. Just make sure you don't fill out the indictment in red ink, Grants. Come on. How does the graffiti make me into the killer? Besides, it's not like it's my name that's written there. I'm certain that the killer wasn't able to see the color red. This is rich. Do go on, try it. The answer is right there at the crime scene. In the snow. The snow, how so? Well, for example, why did the killer move all that snow? Your Honor, you said it yourself. He wanted to hide the bloody snow. Why not take out just that area? Yes, why didn't he take just the... Oh, could it be? Yes, the killer couldn't see red blood that had seeped into the snow. And so, he had to remove all of the snow. He couldn't be sure of where the blood had landed, so he removed the whole area. Isn't it more likely that the killer couldn't see the blood because it was dark? Not a chance. The torches were all lit. He would have been able to see just fine. It seems that once again this trial has taken an unexpected turn, to say the least. Can you explain this, Mr. Corot? Of course it's Maya. Wait just a minute. Maya. What is it, Finnes? Mr. Corot isn't the killer. After all, he didn't even come to in a temple. Until 2 days after the murder took place. He didn't show up until after the old bridge got fixed up.
Objection!
Maya. You can testify to something like that. Why? What do you mean? Eek! After the murder happened, you didn't even exist. You didn't... I'm afraid I don't follow. Are you seen an old man? You established this just a little while ago. Okay, blah. After the murder, this witness was unconscious for a long time. Because she was channeling Dali Hadron. Oh, that's right. Please, Joanna, let me add to my testimony. Nick, please listen to me. Maya. Do you plan to cover for Korot no matter what the cost? If that's the case, then I've got no choice. Your Honor, let's hear her testimony. If it means we're going to hear the whole truth, I say we should not listen, silence her. Huh, nicely done, right? Very well, let's hear the witness testimony. Please tell us what happened at the inner temple after the murder. Yes, sir. After I woke up, I began channeling, and my spirit left me as it were. But little Pearly was there at the inner temple too. Pearly was... Why did my voice go? Pearly was also stuck on the inner temple side that night. The next morning she looked around but couldn't find anyone. The next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the spare prep room. That's when Mr. Korot arrived at the inner temple for the first time. He found Pearly first and cheered her right up. But how do you know that? Who is this Pearly? That's my little cousin, Pearl Faye. So when did you hear about this? Oh, just a while ago. When I was in the medical room office. I'm terribly sorry. But what you heard from someone else is simply not admissible as testimony. Hearsay! What? Come on. Pearly would never tell a lie. She's way more honest person than I'll ever be. Really smart. You always know the best things to say when you are under oath. Huh. The prosecution has no objection. We believe the witness. Okay. Let's just move on to the cross-examination. If the defense has no objections. This is highly unusual, but right. Let's get this cross-examination started. So where did you think Pearl slept that night? In the spare prep room next to the training hall, I guess. There's a rule that you can't enter the training hall during Acolyte's training. Even so, why did she go to Inner Temple in the first place? It seems that Pearl became very worried about Maya. She knew that the spiritual training I was about to undergo was very intense. Pearl was supposed to channel Dahlia, couldn't do it, she went there. Dahlia Hadron was already there. Possessed as Elise. She searched the entire inner temple side, end to end. Well, you see, Pearly gets pretty scared when she's alone. And there weren't that many places to look. He says that she even went back and forth several times. The inner temple side has two structures, the training hall and spare prep room. And there's a storage shack, I think. That's about it. There was a storage shack? Pearl was looking for other people, right? Would she have really examined the storage shack all that carefully? Well, if it was me, that would be the first place I would investigate. So that means it's possible that someone may have been hiding in the storage shack. But didn't hear the sound of them working on the bridge. What do you mean? I was just wondering why she would stay in prep room. If it was me, I'd at least go out and wait at the foot of the bridge. Oh, well. Pearly said she was sleeping at the time. Real scared, Pearly. She said she was so scared during the night that she couldn't sleep well and woke up bunch of times. Poor little girl. All alone like that. Well, we know that she had at least one friend in the Sacred Cavern. Tali Hatron was busy battling with the trick lock. She couldn't let anyone see her, so she wouldn't have shown herself to birds. What happened after the bridge was finally fixed? That's when Gorod arrived at the inner temple for the first time. So it was your first time on in the temple site, Mr. Gorod? That's funny. Am I imagining things? Or did the defense ask me a question? Mr. Fred, please save your questions for the witness. What you heard from someone else is simply not admissible as testimony. Those are your words, Your Honor. Touché! You know, when the judge says touché, I kinda start seeing judge as a beaver. Because beaver is always touché when I bring something up. Oh well, what do you have to say, Mr. Crow? At nights and even hotter coffee. That's all I have. That's what I always say. If I hadn't been for this case, I never would have visited the freezing cold temple in the mountains. I think I pass. Never visited? Huh. You want to say something, right? Wire cross-section in my eye. After fixing the bridge, the policeman came over to the inner temple site, right? Yes. Then Mr. Coral. He cheered her up. That's what Pearl said. He said he was a very nice older gentleman. Thank you for looking after my cousin, Mr. Coral. And here I was thinking you were nothing more than coffee addict. Huh. Got it out. You're making me blush. This guy is beginning to get on my nerves. Truth is, there aren't many places to look on in the temple site. The policemen were all busy going over the garden with fine-tooth combs. So I decided to carry out investigation on my own way. Gorod style! I'm the same way. I like to hand down verdicts in my own way. Judge style! No! Maybe I should ask questions. Phoenix style! Let's just cheering. So it cheers up. When I found that little girl, the first thing she asked about was her cousin Mike. Really? The bridge had burned down and she was huddled up in that tiny shack with no heat. Even though she must have had a truly terrifying night out there, she asked about you before she said anything about herself. Birdie. I noticed you weren't anywhere on the inner temple side, but I couldn't find it in me to tell her that. So I gave her my last cup. You don't have a last cup. You always have one more cup. With milk and sugar to hide the bitterness of the harsh truth. What a sweet story. Sniffle. He had the thermos of coffee. Why doesn't that surprise me? There's only one thing of any importance here. Where was Garrett when the murder was taking place? Being near the temple. Otherwise he couldn't have killed. You said you conducted an investigation of your own. Did you find anything? It looked like my investigation went about as well as yours, Train. After all, I did miss the bloody writing on the lantern. I didn't miss it, so speak for yourself, Goggles. The only other odd thing I discovered was the beauty in the training hall. Beauty? Misty Faye, naturally. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb surrounded by a hue of aroma of Western tastes. Western tastes? Could he find strange way describe craving? So from there you headed for the prep room. Wait a second, what did Corot just say? There's only one thing of any importance here. I put the confidence, but it's the pain. We got him. No, not press. Fuck. From button. Oh, wait, it was different. You fell asleep? Well, I found a hole, cause this scroll was... Burley did that thing. After the murder had taken place. Which means Gorot was at the inner temple. Mr. Kano, the first time you crossed Dusk Bridge and went into inner temple was long before the murder took place. Why do you say that? Because it just made a fun way to lose the path. Also, alias, you should go to sleep. Sleep is nice. The hanging scroll in the training hall. Hanging scroll? But Mr. Corot is right. The scroll shows a picture of my mother. Maya, I know you know who it is, but there's something you didn't know. By the time the bridge had been repaired 2 days after the murder, the hanging scroll in the training hall looked like this. What's that wonderfully delicious smell? The morning after the crime, someone covered it with gravy. Gravy? But why gravy, Nick? Because gravy was much more than condiment to the culprit. Well, Mr. Kano, if you hadn't seen this hanging scroll until after the murder, you wouldn't have had any way of knowing it was Misty Faye. Wait a minute, Nick. Yes. Take another look at the hanging skull. Look at the top. There's a crest here. It's a mark of master, correct? Exactly. So you know the meaning of the mark. Then you could guess that the picture of Misty Faye was there. True, but Mr. Corot described what was underneath like this. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by a hue of aroma of Western tastes. Oh. Yes, it's possible that he knew what the crest meant. However, he couldn't have known what she was wearing. She was wearing Japanese clothing. Mr. Corot, on the day of the murder, you were hiding at the inner temple long before crime took place. Can I ask you just one little thing, right? What is it? This whole theory of yours, it all rests on certain assumption. That I knew beforehand that the crime was going to be committed. That's right. Otherwise there's no reason for him to sneak onto the crime scene. That's true. Of course Mr. Corot knew about the plan. Huh? Give me confidence before it makes me choose something. What did you say? It could be the letter. No, I'm trying to think where has he learned about it? Could be his profile, yeah. Well, it's not Talia. Could it be? If only you could see the whole letter. Be careful. Once the night falls, should be there. Do you think Corot should be there? Or is it Maya? Or you should be there? What is this missing thing? Hey, don't trust me. I don't save scum, okay? I haven't loaded the save, so it's not safe scumming. This crime was actually planned over a year ago. Morgan Fay authored the plan for her daughter's future, and those instructions were hidden somewhere in Faith Manor for a year. However, by the time Little Purse found these instructions, they had already been unsealed. Unsealed? Yes, the killer had read these instructions long before Purse ever found them. That's how he knew the crime was to take place at the Inner Temple. And you still insist this crafty killer is me? You bet I do. But you just said that the instructions were hidden. That's right. Mr. Current would have known where the instructions were hidden. If he really wanted to know, he had one great chance to find out. Yes, and when was that? During a visit. A visit? Morgan Fay told her daughter Belle about where the instructions were hidden during one of her visits to detention center. That would be the only time for someone to have learned where they were hidden. Eavesdropping on a visit at detention center? Yes. It could be arranged if you were someone with easy access in and out of there. Like, for example, prosecutors such as Mr. Goddard. Order. Mr. Goddard, you're under fire again. This murder could not have been carried out without prior knowledge. And you were the only one that could have acquired this information before the murder. Humans are afraid of the dark. And yet, at the same time, we are fascinated and bewitched by it. Maybe that's why humans drink the darkness that is coffee. Sorry for always asking, but what does that mean? It means there's a reason for everything. Papa! According to your theory, the killer in this case eavesdropped on a conversation during a jail visit where he learned of the hidden plan for the crime. After discovering the plans, he hid in the Inner Temple and waited for the crime to occur. Then he ultimately took a person's life. And he did all of that just to protect this witness. That's right. If you're accusing me of this crime, I have to ask you, why would I do this? This girl is nothing but a stranger to me. Hey, we've been against each other many times, so it's not stranger, okay? I've got no reason to go through that kind of trouble to protect her. I am what you see. I am certainly not the type to rescue damsel in distress. The killer's behavior is certainly extreme, for lack of a better word. Even considering that the killer wanted to protect this victim's life, his behavior is still little too unnatural. However, you had a good reason, didn't you, Mr. Connor? Unshakable reason that forced you to protect this witness at all costs. I knew it. You figured it out, haven't you, Nick? Yeah. I guess you were doing your best to cover for Cora. For the same reason, huh? Okay, Trent. I am all ears. Let's hear it. It's very simple. Maya Fey is a lot more than just stranger to you. What's this? There's one person who lies at the very center of this whole story. Mia. There's a very good reason why Maya Faye's life is so precious to you. After all, she is Mia Faye's only sister. Mia Faye. You once worked alongside her. That was when you were defense attorney. Wait a second there. Mr. Corotti's defense attorney? With your... With your honors piercing intellect, you must have figured it out by now. The real name of this man who calls himself Corot. His real name is Diego Armando. Isn't that right? The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago. Diego Armando. That name rings a bell. It's true, Your Honor. All of this is related to a single case. A case in which a convict named Terry Fawless killed himself. Mia Faye's first time in court. The tragic outcome left deep wound in her heart. She knew that behind it all was heartless scheming demoness in disguise. But in the end, Mia couldn't tear off that disguise. However, there was one man who reached out to help her. Diego Armando, a senior defense attorney at the office where Mia worked. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Fawless killed himself. Mia, you can't cry yet. Only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. I was moved by her. The way she put all her faith in her clients. That pure sweet heart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Dahlia Harthrop. Yeah, and I truly investigated that fake kidnapping incident. Then one fateful day, Dahlia wanted to meet with me. It had been 6 months since the trial. We met in courthouse cafeteria. I just remembered. 6 years ago, right here in this courtroom, you were poisoned. I didn't see it coming. Dahlia Hartron slipped some poison into my coffee. Some newspapers at the time called it a murder. But very little information about the case was released to the press. But you weren't there at all. No official reports ever actually called it a murder. It was just a deep coma. See. My body shut down and my life became nothing but long deep sleep. That woman's poison did the real number on my central nervous system. I lost my sight. All of my hair turned white due to damage it caused. That's terrible. Apparently it was a miracle that I ever regained consciousness. 5 years had passed since I drank the poisoned brew. Then one morning my eyes flew open from the smell of doctor's cup of coffee. 5 years? You were asleep for 5 years? And the first possible news was waiting for me. Mia Faye was dead. From the very moment I opened my eyes. I had already lost everything I thought I had. The woman I loved had been murdered. And the woman I loathed had been sentenced to death. Woman you loathed? The woman who had spiked my scalding hot coffee, Dahlia Heartthrob. Huh. Good old Mia. She didn't let me down. She got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up. That's so sad. For someone like me, for someone who had slept away for their best days, there were only 2 reasons left to leave. It was for those 2 reasons that I decided to become prosecutor. You failed. If I may ask, what were your 2 reasons to leave? The first was you, right? Huh? Me? If I hadn't drank that stupid poison, Mia Wei never would have died, much less the way she did. You don't know that. You were the only one who was there to protect her, but you let her die. It was all your fault. It wasn't like that. I wanted to see for myself what kind of man you really were. So that's why you became prosecutor. My other reason for living goes by the name of my fame. Me? You were the only way I could make up for sin of not saving Mia. 1 year ago, when the Kuren village incident was resolved, it was obvious that McConvey was planning something. Whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it. Her role as prosecutor put me in perfect position to do something about her. That's how you overheard Pearl's visit with Morgan at the detention center. I knew that the time was drawing near. Since I knew the plan, I thought I could afford it. My goal was to outfit the plan. I thought if I could do that, I could keep that girl from being caught up in it. Make sense? If Pearls had known the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya, he never would have helped out. Finally, the day of the plan was drawing near. I contacted both of my accomplices, Iris of Asakura Temple and Misty Faye. I especially needed the help of Iris. She was to take the fall in my backup plan in case we couldn't control her fate. Ma, how did you contact my mother? She had been missing for almost 20 years. Officially, yes. What? What do you mean, officially? You haven't heard about it, You've heard about it, haven't you? About strong ties between main family and the government. When you mention it, Bikini said something to that effect. Master of Kuren had great authority. Even without her official position, Mr. Faye still wielded great influence. The police had been keeping an eye on her movements all this time. That's how I was able to contact her. Again, because of my position as prosecutor. So my mother was cooperating with you? Don't ever forget, no matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about you. She was always. That's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. If you want to know how strong her resolve to protect you was, look at her staff. The staff? The one with the sword on it? The day the plan was to be carried out arrived soon enough. We met for the first time at Hasakura Temple. That's when your mother showed me her special staff. I realized it then, just how far she was willing to go. She was ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Fay if necessary. Yes, even if it meant paying the ultimate price. Mother! That night, the night of the crime, there was just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan. You mean pearls, don't you? We had to make sure she didn't channel Dahlia Hawthorne. Well, what are you gonna do tonight? I don't think so. For some reason I don't think. Well, if you like, you can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together. We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan, but she never showed up. She was worried and followed me to inner temple. So basically, Pearly fucked up. I'm guessing we are back. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, when the hiccup happened, it was Pearl fucked up. If only Pearl hadn't been worried about Maya, all would be okay. No, it will not happen. No. Anyway, she was worried and followed me to the inner temple. That was the thing we were most afraid of. And that's why Mr. Frey had to do channeling herself. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne into her own body. What do you mean? If she channeled the spirit first, then Pearls wouldn't be able to do it herself. As Master of Kurain, Misty Face's power was supreme. So that's how it went down. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne so that Pearl Fey wouldn't be able to. What? Is this true? My role in the plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt my Fey. That's why I hid myself at the inner temple, just in case you needed to be safe from Dahlia Hawthorne. Got it. Anyway, that's all I'm going to admit to, Train. Huh? There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense attorney. But you're going to have to do the rest yourself. Yeah, think about it. Maya's mom would be alive. That would be cool. Well, we wouldn't have a case, but background leading up to this incident has been laid bare. There's just one question remaining, right? Me. Who killed the victim? There are only two possible suspects right now. Maya Fey. I'm sad to say, Mr. Carrot. Well tried. If you're the real deal, to finish this thing once and for all. So as beyond the shadow of doubt that you can finish this on your own. No need, please don't. Maya, I heard the whole thing from my sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Carrot. I can't do it. I can't testify against them. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia and me too. Maya, I know that. But even so, it doesn't absolve him of his crime. Here's Maya testifying. Miss Faye, the testimony please. Here's the final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips. I understand. I'm sure you're right. I'm ready now, Nick. Alright now, lady, tell us about moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder? Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights, 3 of them. I thought I'd ask for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead though, and she struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly the red lights went out and the whole area was dark. Just at the moment there was horrible scream. But after that, Ali collapsed and I lost consciousness. Those red lights, I thought you said you don't remember seeing them. I'm sorry. I thought I saw them, but then they disappeared all of a sudden. Things break even best theories. Wait, I know. This is Korot's blood. Under the mask. If I'm right, I'm genius. Who was it that stabbed Mr. Faye? It looks like you still can't prove it. We are telling the truth this time, I know. Just is up to me. Proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness. Let me go get my iced tea. I need to drink. My throat is hurting. Okay, just before it happened, blah 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 blah. Lights shining in the dark. I don't think you could make a mistake about that. Yeah, you're right. I think I saw them, but I can't say for certain. I can't tell you for sure they were from Korot's mask either. But just that, you turned towards the lights and called for help. Isn't that because you thought lights were coming from Korot's mask? Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that's what I was thinking at the time. But I can't remember after all. There was a person I couldn't identify in front of me. Yeah. Alright then, let's go on. The blood? Was it Dahlia Hathorn's blood? I think so, probably. Just at that moment, I heard a soft scream that seemed to be close by. It was a woman's voice. That's when the killer stabbed the victim from behind with the murder weapon. Is that right? Without a doubt, Maya was in the middle of a really dangerous situation. Anyway, the victim was stabbed by the murder weapon. What happened after that? Struck back? How do you know that? Well, you're right, I didn't see it exactly, but I could tell by sounds of their movement. Sounds of their breathing and movement. And also the smell of blood. I've witnessed more than any young lady should ever have to in one life. What did you do at the point? I couldn't move. I could just barely make out the shadows moving in the dark, but I had no idea what to do. Could you still see the red lights you mentioned earlier? Yes, I think so. But they went out? Yes, sadly I couldn't see them at all. What could it mean? If the red lights were coming from God's mask, they went out in the middle of night, maybe the mask was damaged. Or maybe it was knocked off. Or maybe the batteries ran out. Right? Or maybe those little red pinhead looking lights just stopped working. What could have really happened to them? What do you mean by just that moment? Do you mean the moment when the red lights went out? Yes, that's right. The scream that you heard then, was it Dahlia Hathorn? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a man's voice. What? So then, that scream came from the killer. That's got the beat. I think Dahlia Hathorn must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it. Then the killer let out the scream of pain, huh? After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess. Well, Mr. Fried, it seems to make sense to me. I'm sorry to say this, but an interruption would create an enormous contradiction. That makes sense. After all, my deductions are almost certainly never correct. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, Judge never change. Remember the testimony she just gave before the killer let out the scream. Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade in the staff had already been plunged into the victim. Is that right? He couldn't have struck back with a sword that was already stuck in her body. The wound that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff. If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, try. Only one thing could have been used weapon. If Dahlia Hawthorne had already been stabbed in the back by the staff, why could she use to strike back the killer? Naturally, the killer brought to the scene of the crime. That's right, I forgot about that. The dagger was found at the crime scene stuck in the pine tree. Yes, detective found that this morning and brought it to me. Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this, and she managed to wound him as well.
Objection!
Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded. For all we know, the blood on the dagger could have been from the victim. Have you forgotten that the blood has already been tested? Since we learned it wasn't victim's blood, it must have been the killer's blood. Killer must have a wound somewhere on his body. So you're saying the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer? Exactly. A DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of doubt. And yes, Mr. Carrot, it would prove that it's your blood. Nice theater, try. Order in the court. Is this the end? Have I done it? Even he won't be able to change the result of the scientific test. Let me ask you something, Drive. Let's just say that it turned out that I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that? Huh? Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by detective and brought to me. There was already blood on it, correct? Even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to this courtroom. Yes, what does it prove? Well, if it really were the killer, if I really were the killer, I could have washed the blade off and then planted another person's blood on it. It can't be. In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, try. The blood, it doesn't belong to me. Not a chance. Was I wrong then? In any event, it seems established that the killer was wounded. Alright then, witness, continue this. Wait a minute. What's the problem? I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation. Maya? This dagger. You said it wounded the killer. That's right. But if Mr. Cotter had really been cut with the dagger, his clothes should be bloody or have rip in them, right? Maya. Maybe it just changed his clothes. That solved the contradiction pretty easily. What are you talking about? It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder. Everyone was on the inner temple side, got trapped there. That's right. And once the bridge was fixed, the police headed for the inner temple. Look at that freaking smile. Mr. Korov was already there, waiting for them. He never had a chance to change his clothes. Order in the car. Well, maybe he bought change of clothes with him, but no one could have predicted lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes? Did the judge take smart pills during the last recess? Well then, maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed murder. That way he wouldn't get any blood on them.
Objection!
That's impossible, right? You know how cold it gets up there at late. After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'd be frozen solid. Huh. So that's all you got. And you weren't tough enough to finish this. Okay. Right now, if Mia were here, she would have closed the book on this case already. Mia were here. Come on, try it. Can you do it or not? How about it, Mr. Fried? You accused Mr. Garrett of being the killer. But can you prove it? Have you got even one piece of evidence? The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have. I was taught that it's the one rules of being a lawyer. I can prove it. I'm going to bring you magnificent vengeance. Your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you wanted. Huh. That's good. A fighter will be better and tried. Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point, why don't we go for ultimate unlimited penalty? Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Kara? Because it doesn't matter to me, I've got one piece of evidence I need. Give me a break. You got nothing, right? So what to do at a time like this? It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from different angle. Alright then, Mr. Fried, let's hear what you got. There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger. But it decided it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been blood stain on his clothing. There's one place the killer could have hidden his wound. It means I was right! What did you say? Hidden? This is it, my last stand. Think about different angle. No need to think about why there were no blood stains on his clothing. Need to show how he hit the wound. In the end, it's the end of the line. The final stop right. Let's hear what you got. Where's the location? Do I just show him? I suppose so. Huh. I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you never be half the liar she was. Isn't that right, Brian? What was that just now? Mia? Can't be. You're living on through him? Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. Beneath your mask. I'm actually surprised that the game didn't make me to point at it. During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Yeah, but the game likes to be point at the obvious stuff. It's like a sight of the killer right out the screen. That's right, your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Coddle, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say the whole case is solved. It exploded! Ah, coffee. Just now, I saw her spirit in you. I never liked you. 6 years ago, you helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then, while I was sleeping, you let me die. But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought. Kura-chan. But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive was me. Yourself? I was the one fair to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on. So I ran. I hid behind a mask, threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit. But you saved Maya. Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway. What do you mean? Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away. Who would that be? Nick? But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother, but I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason? Why? I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all. Huh? I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact I couldn't save Mia, nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me. You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya. Oh my god, my throat. Was it really for Maya's sake? Even, I'm not sure. What do you mean by that? That night, in the darkness of the garden, I saw her silhouette. And part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by pure desire to protect my Faye? Or was I something else? Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. The stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. Never run away from me instead. Instead, you picked up where she left off. As a true defender of the people. In that one moment, I understood everything. Mr. Carrot. I don't think he cares anymore. He's broken. I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando. Armando-chan, I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me. Thanks. Your wound. It's bleeding. Huh. Did you forget already? In my world, color red doesn't exist. This must be my tears. Tears? Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment. Armando! You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant. Yes, Yana. Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body and crime scene is serious offense in itself. I understand, Yana. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I willingly cooperated anyway. Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say? Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Fright. I want to apologize to you. Apologize to me? For what? For the case 5 years ago, of course. I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other. Wait, I was right! What do you mean? You were laughing at me about my anime freaking cliche plot thing, but I was right! Huh! You and my sister, you only met twice. Huh? We only met twice? The first time you met was that fateful day. The days she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. The next time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day she stole your cold medicine. And dogs follow for skill. No way, it can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship we were... For those 8 months, the woman you thought was Talia Hatron wasn't actually my sister. It wasn't Talia. I hope one day you can forgive me, Fiending. You mean? That's right. I lied to you for 8 months. But why? Why would you do such a thing? Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could, because of the police investigation and their surveillance. She couldn't move about freely. So that's why you... My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst. For the worst? She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice. You mean to say she was ready to kill me, don't you? You already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance. And that's why you came to me? You came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place. But I couldn't get you to give it back. I feared that something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was first time that had ever happened. It was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she would confer with you. I think she must have noticed. Notice what? My feelings for you. If I had found she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even if it meant her life. Or mine. Okay, Irish best girl confirmed. Iris. After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed. Though, she shows a bad person. Like, I mean, Phoenix is a fucking idiot, but you know. True. You almost have a dark secret or so too, you know? My feelings towards you, they changed. I have something to say to you too. Yes? You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hartrum was found guilty, I still believed in you. Thank you. How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I tell you though, right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I ever had. Don't you think so, Phoenix Fright? It looks so stupid! Yeah, I think you're right. It's almost like Phoenix is like buffed up suddenly. Like, look at those soldiers. I don't know, it's just something. This is like. Oh. It's not the same Phoenix anymore. The purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of victim Eris Stokesnim. At some point I expect you will be tried for your role as accomplice in this case. I understand, Your Honor. Very well. On this charge of murder, I hereby find defendant... Court is now adjourned. So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended, was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand. Of course justice was served. Mia, I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant. But I couldn't save Mr. Armando, the man who cared so deeply for you. You're from Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible. You mean, with that verdict? I think one day you understand too, Phoenix. I want you to remember one thing. You were as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me. Mia, you accomplished something I wasn't able to. You're a great deal. Thank you. Hey, I hate this much reading. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm sure we'll meet again someday, Phoenix. No. Oh wait, it was broken for a while. There you go. But the boobs are no longer there, so you missed your chance. You failed, people. Along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. These two, maybe? There's two of them, so, you know. I didn't know that, like, police officer guards are like boobs to beaver, but, you know. That's cool, that's cool. I suppose today games produce one possible answer. Nick. Maya. I guess it's just like my sis said. What did she say? That night when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, is what she wrote back on my notebook. Don't worry. Phoenix will save everyone in the end. Well, come on, cut it out with that gloomy face. Wait, cause you were lying in the court. You didn't wanna testify, so you didn't believe in your sister. How dare you? Well, I wouldn't believe that either, to be honest. Come on, cut it out with that gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, sis. And I'm so Irish too. Yo, We owe you for everything you've done for us, Nick. How can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? Brutally attacked. Mother murdered. Ouchie! Francisca! Still softy as always, Phoenix. Excellent work, Ryan. Itchy boy, when did you get back? Oh, that's right, I guess no one will hear on that. Itchy boy and Francisca have actually been helping me. Helping you? If these two hadn't been here on first day of the trial. The first day was so amazing just because of these two. It was so much fun. Defense wouldn't been gotten anyway. Oh, but where were you, Nick? I heard he fell into river and got nasty cold, which forced him to sleep all day. Yes. He laid in bed shivering from his fever with Iris' hood pulled over his head. Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Edgy boy. And you too, Francisca. I don't suppose... No! There is no room for you, Larry. You dead to me. Oh, Larry. And I still refuse to read that out loud. Oh wait, that was Phoenix. What's with the wrong ways? Respawn? Also, never to be heard before, never heard before soundtrack, by the way. Or at least like a version of. That's not true, right, Nick? What? You asking me? No, you don't have place in this world. No. Man, not for gone for good, but nowhere near me. I'm sure there's someone who needs you. No, I mean, oh yeah. Those portraits you painted, they were really good. Isn't that right, Edgy boy? What? Me? Throw Edgy under the bus, let's go! Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say they lack resemblance. What about you, Francie? My beauty can't possibly be captured by mere crayon. Claire! Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth something. Do it. Going to motherfucker picture book France. France weeping. Don't get carried away. Bending a pearl was pretty damn good too. Oh. Well, you were a slow reader. What's the word? Post the word, you know. You find a way to... You You say that you always watch the YouTube watch anyways, so you know you can read it there. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her anywhere. Haven't seen her around Bells. Where's she gone? And why she would beeline for my oh, I go look for her. Be right back. Hey Pearly! Right. You seem to be on just the characteristically puzzled. I suspect you are wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened. Yeah. To be honest, I can understand it either. She lost her father fairly recently as well. I think I understand how she feels. Maya is a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can. What do you mean, now is the time? Maya wasn't the only one. In fact, there was someone who was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person Maya is trying her best not to cry. Edgy boy, I think I'm starting to understand too. Ow! Don't tell me! Well, Birdie, of course. Who else? Perfect. The poor kid, after all, the reason she worked so hard to follow instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother. It's good for the Fae clan. I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she smiled so happy. It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya. It's cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Faye's mother was killed and Maya herself was put into deepest peril imaginable. Doing it for Pearl. Until she can see her smile again. I forgot that you existed at all. Oh hey, this is where you were. Oh, looks like we got... Youchie! What was that for, sir? Sorry about that, Scruffy. My wit just seemed to have mind of its own. What's up, Detective Kamsu? Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me. You don't have money. My salad's just sorta kinda gone down by teeny weeny bit, but it's alright. I made reservation at the first class French restaurant tonight. Pretty good work, Scaffy. That whip was your reward. Detective Kamsu. You said first class French restaurant. Oh no! Not Trepian. Oh no! Oh, big fuck. We doomed. Come on, let's go everyone. Can't keep Maggie waiting, pal. Crybaby invited too. Forget about me? Okay, we forget about you. Maya's taking a long time. She's looking for bells. Oh, Maya. What's wrong? Nick, what do I do? Birdie, I can't find her anywhere. Exactly, food poisoning included. Huh? I bet she just went back home. That's all. I thought so too, so I called the village. But no one has heard from her. This has never happened before. As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for tragedy that has been befallen you, Maya. None of this was her fault. Well, what should I do? Detective comes soon. Yeah, what is it, pal? Could you guys go on ahead? What about you? Maya and I will join you guys once we find pearls. Nick, don't worry about us. Come soon. It'll be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. Yeah, but yeah. Very well, Phoenix, right? We go on ahead. Don't keep us waiting, right? We won't. But where should we look? They could barely have gone. Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that birds might have gone to. To the office, maybe. No, Hasakura Temple, okay. I was wrong! Hasakura Temple. For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started. What's this? You're all back again so soon? Bikini? This outro is going on forever. Just let me fucking finish this game already. I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight. So she's here. Pearl is here. She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her? Okay. Pearl's not here. The hanging scroll. Someone cleaned it up. I have my doubts that scroll can be cleaned that well after, you know, all the food that was in it. Silly bang! And the dirt is gone. Mistake Maya. Perry, why? Why did you leave like that? Mistake Maya, Mistake Maya! I swore that I would never trouble the two of you ever again. Because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mother. That's why you came here. It's the least I could do, to pray for your happiness. You don't have to do that, Birdie. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course I'm sad that my mother is gone. But how do I say this? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie just to make me feel better. No, really, it's true. The only reason I'm still here at all is thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do. Mystic Maya. I'm impressed. You truly are daughter of Mystic Misty. Bikini. Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night. After dishonoring the good name of Kurain, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true, she'll always be with me, until the day I die. The spirit was with her, That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets. So always be with me until the day I die, huh? It's rule or something or masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die. That's Master's talisman. The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It must be next corner, I mean. Yeah. The restaurant. I don't know. I don't know how far away we are actually. It wasn't the container that was important, rather the contents. That's photo. Mother. It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. But that makes us human. Is what we fight. What makes us human is that we fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of human's life. What human's life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question. Is it like a ritual that everyone has to break the freaking the most important ways in the entire village? I like this picture though. It's wholesome. Beaver should be happy because Maya is crying, I suppose. And there's Nyani. Even when the battle is over, and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return, time and time again. Me and Maya bells Mr. Armando, and Maya's mother too. I learned that from all of them. Well, shall we get going? Everyone is waiting. This is the day to remember, a day when a lot of things are finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we overcome today. I guess so, yeah. But I still can. Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime. Okay. Alright, I'm going to make brand new start too. Just the beginning, I'll be back for more training, I promise. I know. I won't go easy on you just because you're a future master. But wait, isn't Maya the master right now? Because her mom is dead. So she is the master. I don't know. And make sure to prepare a reservation for 3 when you come back. Alright. We're going to have a great feast today, buddy. You know why? Because training is battle of endurance. Okay, Mystic Maya. I eat lots and lots of food tonight. And you know, there's one thing I don't get and probably don't want to, but what is it, Nick? Reservation for training is fine and all, but why 3? Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. One of us. Next time you can train right alongside us. Huh? I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you. Huh? It'd be great, Nick. You're going to do a special course naturally. Huh? That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick, you'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right? We'll have a nice big meal before we come next time. Right, Nick? You know, I was wondering if I can just say one little thing. Sure, of course you can. I love this part. Goosebumps. Objection. Chottamat! Would be fun. Just chottamat instead of objection. You guys can read those. Bro is gonna kill us. Why are you at the piano? Oh, the goat. Oh. Ada pegangan. It's a replies to criminals. Been through compromise. Oh, 69 years old, nice. Madam. Wow. Sean King! Christina Catano.
Objection!
And throw the cup. Outback! A chipu. Ah, beautiful. Francis whippity whip trip. No. That was it. All 3 games played. Oh. Do you know what is the fun fact about this? How long have I streamed now? Like, when did DOA come out? 2019? Was it 2020 or 2019? 2019, right? Well, anyways, this was the first game Beaver gifted to me. I think it was like somewhere like September, June of the first year I streamed, so been a while. But we finally finished it. The first game Beaver gifted. The reason I remember it so clearly was I was visiting my friend who lived at Helsinki at that time while it was gifted. So yeah, I like the game. I didn't like reading it out loud. That was the first mistake ever. But then again, I think these streams would have been very boring if I hadn't said anything or read them out loud, so... certainly a practice of voice. Let's see. Every game had a good, at least one really strong case that I liked. The last case was amazing. The last game had it was the Mia case and this last case. Both of them were really good. I've been streaming this so long that I can't even remember all the cases. Usually the last cases were always good. Like Ecchi Boys. One was good. It was a good game. Thank you for sticking with me until here. I can see why this is a popular series. I'm not sure if I will play another Ace Attorneys. If I do, I don't probably stream them because oh my god, this talking all the time. Oh, the parrot, yeah. The killer case was good too, I remember. Good times. Outback was amazing. Again, going for the last cases. This is the bikinis laughter, like ho 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 ho, laughing like the cheeks go up and down. Then suddenly, wait a second, complete poker face. I love that moment. It was amazing. Outback was the best character. I do agree on that one. Outback was the best character. I hated the match. There were some quests that trials that I hated. The magician, the Mo was like, it's more like if you hate the client, it's kind of annoying too. And then the actor. Star, the mask. That was the okay case. I like that one. I didn't like the Swarry dude though. That was a good case. So many good moments. Oh my god, don't even stop me with Fabulous. I hate that. If I have to go pick something like Cat's phrase from that, then it would be Francesca's foolishly foolish human, foolishly does foolish things. Mo was nice. I didn't like the case overall, but Mo was nice. Though Mo also drove me kinda like crazy at points. But he was also a very good comedy source. So he was kinda like half the time he was most annoying piece of shit and other half he was the most funny person in the room. But yeah, if somebody would ask me to do I recommend this game to play, I would absolutely recommend this game. Not sure about recommending streaming this game though, because like I said, talking out loud, all 3 games, kinda exhausting. Also, if I could change one thing, I would switch Phoenix to Mia, you know, all the cases. You know, thank you. Mia. I think that's it for today's stream. We almost at 3 hours too, holy shit. That took a while. Also, I was looking at the mods for Hogwarts, by the way, and there was a student outfit miniskirt thing, so it changes the student outfit that I always wear. So next time we should have, if I get it to work, miniskirts on. So you know, that's gonna be a thing. 5 minutes indeed. Well, you know, I have a good way saying that I believe it when I see it. That's basically everything that my boss says. I don't believe shit that my boss says until I see it. So, you know, you can take the same approach, it's pretty good. Well, it's on Friday, so I have time to tinker with it, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna get something to eat and enjoy the rest of the night, and yeah. Final stream of Ace Attorney was here. Thank you for joining me this whole journey. O3 game has been amazing. And yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Have an awesome evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is at place. Stay awesome, stay safe, stay hydrated. You know the drill, and we shall see you again next time. Which should be on Friday, unless there's objection and something happens, but shouldn't happen. So. Thanks for watching, stay safe. Bye bye. Moi moi. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. Iki. And so on and so on. Oh yeah, MC is a thing. I forgot completely. Maybe Thursday then. I completely forgot about MC. Holy shit. Yeah, maybe Thursday you have to talk to MC. So yeah, thanks for watching, stay safe. Bye bye.